Hi, Instagram. Hi, Spectra Baby USA Mamas. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Just wanted to start a couple minutes early just to allow everyone some time. I see everybody logging in on Instagram and on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We're going to get started with our live broadcast today, Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. My name is Melissa Portunato, and I'm an international board certified lactation consultant with Spectra Baby USA. Welcome, welcome. So happy you're joining us today. Today, we're going to be talking about how to preserve your milk supply while you're working on that latch. So we're going to be going over 5 tips on how we can make that work. If you can't bring baby at the breast for whatever reason right now, maybe your baby just had a tongue-tie revision. Maybe your baby's in the NICU. Okay, maybe right now it's just the baby really has a shallow latch and your nipples just really need a break and you're taking a time out and you've decided right now to exclusively pump while you're treating your nipples, healing your breast, and you want to bring baby back to the breast. So we have some great tips for you. We're going to go over all those tips on how to preserve your milk supply while you're working on latch. And that's going to be the topic for today, but we always encourage you mamas to post any questions right here on the Facebook feed, and you can also post them on our Instagram feed, and I'll do my best to answer them. If I can't answer the question for whatever reason, sometimes I might need some more history from you. Sometimes I just want to ask more questions to see what's going on in the background between you and baby. Then I might ask you to message us privately. I don't know if you know, but we have board certified lactations on staff to answer your questions, to encourage you, to walk with you on this journey, to give you evidence-based information to help you bust through those breastfeeding myths and get you successful and on your way to a successful breastfeeding journey. So you can reach us also if you would like to contact an IBCLC at ibclc@spectrababyusa.com. And you can chat with us over email. We also have 2 breastfeeding groups on our Facebook platform, and there we're going to be posting those groups right on our comments. So if you're not part of them, I definitely encourage you to be part of those groups. What an amazing way to get support with other moms, specifically other moms that are using the Spectra Baby USA pumps. Moms that have been where you're at, moms that are struggling with latch, moms that have questions about pumping, questions even about the pumps. So it's definitely a great way for you to get support and for you to surround yourself with that village of support that it takes to be successful, because it really does take a village. And we're going to be posting those. We have a pumping mom group, and we also have an exclusive pumping mom group. So moms that are exclusively pumping, which could be completely different than just pumping and bringing baby to the breast. So we encourage you to join one of those groups if you haven't already. And we encourage you to ask all of your questions today. So anything that's breastfeeding related, pumping related, if you have a question about one of our pumps, we'll answer that as well. Anything that's baby related. I'm a mom, breastfeeding mom, pumping mom. I have 4 kids. So even if it's just a baby question, I'll do my best to answer those questions. So the very first tip on what we can do to maintain your milk supply. So you've been working on the latch it's been painful for you in the early weeks. Maybe you even started and have been working with a lactation consultant, and you're still struggling to get that nice, wide open latch, that deep latch, that perfect painless latch that everybody talks about when they're breastfeeding. And you might be struggling with that right now, and you've decided, I'm just going to pump so I can heal, take a little bit of a time out, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to breastfeed again. So one of the very first things that I encourage you to do that's going to help continue to make milk and boost your milk supply is skin to skin. Number 1 way, skin to skin is amazing. There's so many benefits to skin. Right here, this area right here on the mom is the natural environment for your baby. So something that's pretty amazing is that when baby's on mom's bare chest, their body temperature is regulated. Their blood pressure is regulated. Okay, benefits for mom. Mom is more relaxed when she's doing skin to skin with baby. Okay, mom is calmer. It's allowing those milk making hormones to start. All of that starts, that oxytocin starts to release, which helps with your letdowns, helps with your milk supply. So skin to skin is the number one way to increase your milk supply. Hi, everybody. Hi, Debbie. Hi, I love skin to skin. Thanks for sharing, said Debbie. Hi, everyone. I see more joining us on Instagram. I see all the waves. Hello. Hello, C Infusions. Hello, Hawk 9200. Hello, Simply Bea Rosa. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. And you know what? Why don't you go ahead and hit that share button? Hit that share button. I know that it's coming up on your comment feed, and hit that share button because there's so many moms that need to know this information. Maybe you know of a mom that's struggling right now with her milk supply, or she's struggling with that latch and she just wants to give up. Hit that share button so that more moms can see us here at Spectra Baby USA. More moms can get the support that they need. Okay, and you're also promoting and bringing awareness to breastfeeding. So feel free to go ahead and hit that share button. So number one way to maintain your milk supply, skin to skin. It's amazing. Now, if you're separated from your baby and you have a baby in the NICU, maybe this is impossible, okay? Depending on the medical condition of your baby, it might not be possible to perform skin to skin. But I encourage you to talk to your medical team, talk to your nurses, start the conversation with your doctors. Is there any way that I can have skin to skin with my baby while my baby's in the NICU, okay? Some babies are allowed to have skin to skin while they're in the NICU. So I encourage you to do so. Now, if skin to skin is not an option, because your medical team does not allow skin to skin with your baby at this time, I definitely encourage you to be pumping at the bedside of your baby. So if you're pumping with the Spectra pump, you can bring your pump right to the bedside and you can pump near your baby, looking at your baby. Okay, you can also be smelling your baby's blanket or a little hat. That's something else that you can do if you've been separated from your baby and skin to skin is not possible. Okay, but that is the number one way to maintain your milk supply when you're working on the latch. Hello, welcome. Hi, everyone on Facebook. Hi, everyone on Instagram. I'm just scrolling up, making sure that we don't have any questions yet. I don't want to miss your question. Ask us anything about breastfeeding. Ask us anything about our pumps, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. So second way to maintain your milk supply is get on a pumping schedule, okay? Get on a pumping schedule. So ideally, you want to be pumping while your baby's feeding during those same patterns so that we can get in sync with our baby, so we can produce as much as our baby is intaking. So ideally, that's going to be a minimum of 8 to 12 times per day. You absolutely need to be pumping at night. You should never go more than 4 hours without pumping. After 4 hours, your body starts sending that signal to start making less milk. And it starts the weaning process once we're going past 4 hours. So you want to keep up with a pumping schedule. You want to be pumping at least every 2 to 3 hours, and you want to be consistent with it. You want to set your pumping alarms and be consistent with the pumping all the way around. The Dr. Mama says, the stress ball is amazing. Yes, I have one here too. And we have our other ones. They are, and you can get these on our website. I don't know if you guys know, but they are available for sale, and they are just the cutest things. We love them. Our moms love them, so grab them. You can grab yours on our website. They are amazing, so funny. Hi, welcome. We have some new viewers on our Facebook page. Welcome. I'm Melissa, International Board Certified Lactation Consultant, joining you today, and we're talking about how to maintain your milk supply while you're working on that latch. So join in on the conversation. We're talking about pumping schedule. So it's important to be on a pumping schedule, okay? If you're not bringing baby to the breast, if you're taking a break from nursing directly at the breast, you want to be on that pumping schedule. One of the things that we talk about here, and one of the recommendations that we give our moms, is cyclical pumping or cycle pumping, okay? And this really stimulates baby at the breast. So it's switching from that massage mode to expression mode. So what you want to do is In each mode, you'll stay there for 2 to 5 minutes until you start seeing the last spray of milk, and then you want to go ahead and switch over to the next mode. And you want to do this for 15 to 20 minutes throughout your pumping session. And this is really going to stimulate the baby at the breast. So for instance, when your baby first latches on your breast, they do that quick, short sucks to start stimulating that letdown, right? And this is massage mode. It's locked at that 70 cycle. And then after that, you're going to switch it to expression mode, and it's going to be that deeper, slower latch and suck. So just alternating between the both. We have some questions on Instagram. So Whitney NM524 says, why would I be getting mold in my tubes where they hook up to my pump? Would it cause mold to grow inside my pump? Oh, I'm so sorry that you see mold in your tubes. No, that should not be happening. And no, you do not need to worry about going into the motor, going into the pump. Now, definitely you need to be replacing them. I'm not sure how you've been sterilizing them or how you've been caring for them, but the tubing should never ever be washed because it never comes in contact with the milk, okay? Now, if it is washed for whatever reason, just make sure that you're hanging them upside down, just like this, so that they are drying all the way through. But you should not have any mold coming inside of your tubes, okay? I definitely recommend to replace them. If they are within the 90-day warranty, all of our accessories are within the 90-day warranty from your date of purchase. So if your tubes have been purchased within that 90-day warranty, please contact our warranty department. You can find that information on our website. We can also put that information on our comments. Okay, we're going to put that information there in our comments, and you can contact our warranty department and we'll make sure to get you out some new tubing. But definitely you should not be seeing mold inside of your tubes. I'm so sorry that's happening, but they do need to be replaced. Okay, I'm going to see here. We have some questions. Selena Chavez, can you suggest any supplements to increase my supply? Baby is 9 months. Still exclusively breastfeeding, but I would like to produce more. Selena, if we're looking at the evidence, okay, there is no one supplement. There's no one magic pill that I can tell you, take this and you're going to make tons of milk. You're going to make so much milk, because that is the secret question. How can I make more milk? And right now, the evidence there's no evidence that any galactagogues, which is what we call that in the lactation world, an herb or a supplement that increases milk supply is called a galactagogue. There's currently no galactagogues, okay, that have significant research that increase milk supply. Now, with that said, I will tell you, okay, moms that stay hydrated, not necessarily that they're going to be producing more milk, but moms that are staying hydrated are overall more relaxed, okay? They're healthier, they have more energy, and their milk flows easier. I love telling moms, coconut water. Coconut water is nature's Gatorade. I know sometimes people say, oh, because coconut water tastes a little funky. I know sometimes it's an acquired taste. Not everybody loves coconut water, but it's a way to stay hydrated. It's a way to make sure that your milk is flowing. You want to make sure that you're eating enough. So moms that are breastfeeding and pumping, you're burning between 300 to 500 calories. That's a lot. That's like running a couple miles. I'll take it. But you have to put that into consideration. So you need to make sure that you're making up for it. A minimum of 2,000 calories per day is the recommendation. So you want to make sure that you're compensating for burning those calories, okay? You want to eat healthy greens, leafy greens, protein, just making sure that you're eating balanced, okay? And number one way to increase supply, skin to skin. I love recommending baby wearing for older babies. You mentioned that your baby's 9 months old. Baby wearing is a great way to produce more milk, because you can carry your baby skin to skin. You can even put baby on your back skin to skin, just on your bare back. Okay, have baby's chest on your skin, and you can be doing dishes, going up and down the stairs. You can be doing housework, tending to your other children. If you have other children, a mom of 4, and baby wearing saves my life. I'm here and alive because of baby wearing. I'm a big proponent of baby wearing. So it's one of the ways that you can also stimulate your milk supply. So I encourage you to baby wear. Thank you so much for your question. So I'm going to go back on Instagram. See if we have. We have another question from Cujo SL. What about when one breast produces less than the other breast? How do I increase just that one side? Thank you so much for your question. And in order to answer your question, I want to set the right expectation, okay? And the right expectation is it's normal to have one breast produce more than the other breast. It's completely normal, okay? And in our mom circles and in the mom groups, we'll hear it as the slacker boob or the lazy boob, and it's normal. You're always going to have one breast producing more than the other breast, okay? Now, as long as you don't have any pain on the one that's producing less, or you're feeling that you're still full, could be something else. But message us. We'd love to start the conversation with you. Let's take a look at your pump. Let's troubleshoot your pump. Let's see if there is a technical reason on why you're producing less milk from the other. Are you staying engorged or full after pumping on just one breast? Okay, but it is normal to produce more milk on one breast than the other, which is kind of amazing as well. Thank you guys all for your questions. I see more questions coming in. We were talking about the cycle pumping. So alternating those cycles, massage and expression mode. You should be using a hands-free bra when you're pumping. You should also be doing massaging and compression. So I wanted to kind of show you here, massaging and compressions. So while you're pumping with your hands-free bra, you want to massage with these two fingers. You're going to massage all the way around your breast, staying away from the areola, massaging all the way through, okay? You want to go all the way up to your armpit. Did you know we have ducts all the way up here? Yeah, we have ducts all the way up here. So you want to be massaging it, especially if you're full. If you've gone too long without pumping and you feel really full, massage a few minutes even before you start pumping, okay? And then you want to compress when you're pumping. Think of your breast as a clock. So you'll get your thumb right here at 12 o'clock, and then you'll get your index finger right here at 6 o'clock. And you want to massage and compress. You're going to compress like this, and then you're going to turn it around, and then you're going to do 9 and 3. And this is what you're going to do while you're pumping and while you're doing that cyclical pumping that we were talking about. Let's go back to Facebook. Ashley is asking, if you're nursing, you don't need to be pumping that much, correct? Short answer, yes, correct. So the recommendation when to start pumping for a healthy full-term baby is for 6 weeks. Within the first weeks, you do not need to be pumping. And that is for healthy full-term babies that are not separated from their moms and are always 24/7 and have complete access to the breast. No need to pump within the first 6 weeks. Now, there is other indications. Mom and baby is separated, okay? You might need to pump a little bit sooner. Your baby can't be brought to the breast right away. You might need to be pumping sooner. You're going back to work at 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I want you to start pumping a little bit sooner than that. Then maybe you have to start at about 4 weeks to start pumping, okay? Everybody's journey is different. But if you have your baby and if you're exclusively nursing your baby within those first 6 weeks, the recommendation is to wait to pump. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, so Lala is asking, I have a question. What are some things that I have heard of that may not be true? Can you tell me what are some common things that people are told to do increase or maintenance of their supply that actually reduces it? I like that question. It's a trick question, but I like that question. So fenugreek, super popular, okay? You see it on all the mom boards. Everybody is saying fenugreek, fenugreek. And I've heard several cases where fenugreek is actually decreasing supply, okay? Fenugreek is a derivative of a nut, and it can actually cause allergies if your baby is presented a nut allergy, okay? Fenugreek is also should not be recommended for moms that have thyroid conditions. For instance, a mom that's taking a thyroid condition, medicine for thyroid, and taking fenugreek, it is contraindicated. And sometimes moms don't know this. So I encourage you, okay, to do your research before you're taking any supplement that tells you that will increase supply. Because the truth is, the number one way to increase supply, okay, is the tips that we're giving you today. So skin to skin, pumping schedules, cycle pumping, okay? But there is no one magic pill. But like Lala is saying, there is a chance where what you're taking can actually be decreasing your supply. So it's important to look at your herbs and supplements and talk to your doctor about those. So we have another question. Crystal, does coconut milk do the same as coconut water? Coconut milk also has so many benefits, and I know of moms that actually they mix the coconut milk with the coconut water. Water, just because it's thinner, it stimulates more hydration. So coconut milk is a little bit different than coconut water, but if you want to add some coconut milk into your coconut water, definitely a great way to keep you hydrated as well. The coconut itself has many hydrating properties. So even if you're eating the raw coconut, most of the composition of the coconut is water-based. So even just plain coconut or coconut chips can also aid you in hydration, which is amazing. Let's switch over to Instagram. Let's see what other questions, if we have any on Instagram. Which is the best setting for pumping the most milk? V Bedances is asking that. So what are the best settings for pumping the most milk? Super common question that we get here at Spectra Baby USA. What are the best settings to pump, okay? And our response is the best settings are the settings where you respond well to. So there isn't just one set setting that we recommend. Now, I will give you tips. So when we're pumping in the expression mode, okay, that 38 cycle is really recommended for babies that are preterm. Okay, so if you have a baby that's less than 36 weeks, a baby that's been in the NICU, it's recommended to start at that 38 cycle. Now, as far as the vacuum is concerned, that should be to comfort. Okay, when you're switching over to expression, when you're in expression mode and you're going up those cycles, you're going to have 12 levels of vacuum, all the way up to 12. Not all moms go all the way up to 12. Some moms will hover 6, 7, 8. That's their sweet spot. It's so personalized. So personalized. Pumping is such a personal experience, okay? So I encourage you to give yourself a little bit of time. If you just started pumping, work with those settings. See what works, okay? Try different settings at every time. Try the cyclical pumping, going back and forth and really trying to see where you're producing the most milk. But as far as a specific setting, there is none. I'm sure you'll see some out there in some of the groups and even on Pinterest. Try them, see. But as far as an answer and a set, start on 70, go to 48, switch to 54, all of those. It's all so personalized, okay? Thank you so much for asking that question. Great questions today, guys. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in, click that share button so we can spread breastfeeding awareness and we can share how amazing our pumps are with all the moms that haven't heard about us. Share. Join our groups. We're posting all of that in our comments. So Adriana is asking a question. Let's answer Adriana's question here on Facebook. What if baby can't latch? What do you suggest if that happens? Okay, so you're trying to get baby to latch, baby won't latch. You want to start every feeding skin to skin, okay? Every feeding skin to skin, and you want to give baby an opportunity to try, okay? We learn to breastfeed by breastfeeding. Babies learn to breastfeed by breastfeeding, okay? It's instinctual. It's normal for babies to breastfeed and want the breast. I'm sure if you have a newborn baby, you've seen that reflex of the hands coming to the mouth going back, which is what we call rooting. So babies have that instinctual desire to nurse at the breast. Sometimes it takes them some work. It takes them some work, just like it takes us time to work. We learn to breastfeed by watching other moms breastfeed. And unfortunately, we've come a long way, but as a society, we don't just see moms nursing babies openly. And that puts us in a position where we are not sure how to hold our babies. We're not sure how to nurse our babies. So with time and practice and support, I encourage you, Adriana, to work with an international board certified lactation consultant. Okay, practice, patience, lots of skin to skin, and offering the breast often. Okay, if baby's not latching, you need to be pumping. So getting on that pumping schedule with what we talked about. So going back to our tips, so we've talked about skin to skin. We've talked about getting on that pumping schedule. Okay, third tip, treat your nipples. Okay, treating your nipples, treating your breast. So if you're working on your latch and you're taking a break from actually breastfeeding directly from the breast, most likely you're dealing with sore and painful nipples. Make sure you're treating them. Okay, make sure that you treat them, because if you're not treating them, then pumping is going to be painful for you. Bringing baby to the breast is going to be painful for you, and it's going to cause you not to want to pump and not to want to nurse, which is going to drop your milk supply. So you want to be treating them. Best way to treat them, expressing just some of the breast milk right on there, dabbing it on, air drying, okay? And applying a silicone covering like a hydrogel. You can find those on Amazon, and you can just put the hydrogel and you can promote moist wound healing, which is the #1 way to heal sore nipples, okay? So those are my tips to prevent and treat sore nipples. So you want to be treating your nipples, okay, when you're working on that latch. Now, are your nipples continuing to be painful? Do you have pain when you're pumping? Do you have continued pain when you're continuing to try to nurse and you have continued pain? I encourage you to work with a local board certified lactation consultant. Get measured for your flanges, okay, on our website, and we're going to post that link as well. We have a breast shield guide. If you're not using the correct breast shield guide, you will have pain when you're pumping, and you will ultimately have lower milk supply when you're pumping. So you want to be sure that you have the correct size. Our S1 and our S2 come with the 24 and the 28, which are our most common sizes. We also have a smaller size, which is the 20, and we have our extra large, which is the 32. And you can find those on our website, okay? All of our accessories are available on our website, and they're also available at Target. I know some of you moms have been seeing our accessories and our pumps at Target. Another reason to go to Target, to get your pumping supplies. So, which is kind of cool. And they have our pumps. I was in my local one. I'm in Miami, and I was at my local Target, and the local Miami Target has our pump, which was so fun to see our pump. I told everybody in the store that I worked for Spectra, baby. It was so funny. So definitely get extra phalanges, get fitted for your phalanges, okay? And if you need another size, make sure you're getting those and you're pumping with the correct size. Now, do you have something else other than just sore cracked nipples, okay? When do you call your doctor? Do you have discharge, okay? Do you have deep breast pain, like deep in there? Are you starting to feel the pain deep into your breast, deep into your armpit, okay? Do you have any other symptoms that are associated? Do you have fever? Do you have red streaks on your breast? Are your breasts hot to the touch, okay? This is something that's just beyond I have sore nipples or I need to get a deeper latch, okay? I encourage you, talk to your medical practitioner, talk to your midwife, to your doctor, because there might be something else going on deeper inside of there, okay? It's not just your typical nipple soreness and cracked nipple. There could be something else going on out there, okay? So I encourage you to talk to your doctor if you have any concerns. But treating your nipples, the third way out of the 5 tips to maintain your milk supply. So now let's go to Facebook. Hi, everyone. Welcome for those of us that are joining us. Come on in, click that share button. Click that share button so that more moms can know about all of these live podcasts that we do. We bring them every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jen Foster, our senior IBCLC, and I host these every Wednesday. And we just adore and love supporting moms and supporting babies. We're both passionate about breastfeeding and about pumping and about breast milk. So join us every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and click that share button so that more moms and the word can get out about our amazing pumps. So Shan is asking, is there still a chance to up my supply at 5 months while pumping only? Absolutely, Shan. How many times are you pumping right now? Okay. How often are you pumping? Are you away from your baby? at times. Is skin to skin an option? Even with an older baby, you can do skin to skin. You can do baby wearing like we talked earlier, even if you're not bringing the baby at the breast, okay? Keep your baby close to you when you are pumping. Those are all ways that you can still increase your supply even with an older baby. So the answer is yes. You can always work on increasing your supply. Absolutely. Let me just go over to Instagram. Let me see if there's any other questions. How do you troubleshoot your pump? Great question. On our website, if you go under our video library, you have videos to troubleshoot your S1 and your S2 and videos to troubleshoot your S9, okay? Just a quick troubleshooting. All of the accessories are the same, whether you have the S1, the S2, or the S9, all of our accessories are the same. What you want to do first to troubleshoot, you're going to take out the tubes, and you just want to make sure that you don't have any holes or tears, okay? That's going to be the first thing that you do. Then after that, you want to take apart your backflow protectors, that 3-piece system, okay? The silicone piece, you're going to stretch it out. Let me put it over here in the Facebook camera as well. Stretch it out. Does it have any holes or tears? Does it have any holes or tears? The other way that you're going to troubleshoot is the ring all the way around, okay? Is it nice and tight? The other way that you're going to troubleshoot, it's a 3-piece system. We recommend replacing your accessories, the backflow protectors and the duck bills. We recommend replacing them every 3 months. And that is for part-time pumpers. Moms that are exclusively pumping, we recommend changing our accessories every 2 months, okay? Every 2 months. And let me just take a look here on this one. Troubleshooting, make sure that your backflow protector should be sealed here. The ductile valve, it shouldn't have any little holes on it at all. Bring it close to the camera. If you ever see it like this, little dented, it needs to be replaced. It should be like this, nice and tight, okay? Make sure you're connecting it all the way up. That's troubleshooting the accessories. And then to troubleshoot the pump, you want to disconnect both of the air caps. You want to disconnect both of the air caps, make sure that your tubes are tight, okay? And then you can also troubleshoot the power cord. If you're using the S1 and the S2 and also the S9, it's a 2-piece power cord. You're going to pop off one of the pieces, you're going to clip it back in, and then that's what's going to reset your power cord. And you can see videos detailed on our website under our video library. Great question. So the next thing that we're going to talk about, how to maintain your supply, and this is a topic that I'm extremely passionate about, and it's alternative feeding methods. Yes, feeding our babies in other ways besides the bottle, okay? And the reason why it's important is because it's easier to transition the baby back to the breast. The goal should always be, if all possible, to transition the baby back to the breast, okay? So one of the really cool things that we're going to show you is I'm going to go over how we can cup feed our baby, how we can syringe feed our baby, and how also we can spoon feed our baby. So we're going to be talking about alternative feeding methods next. And it's so easy. I love going around and just teaching moms how to feed their babies using these alternative methods while we're transitioning baby back at the breast. Let me see another question. Is there an adapter so you can pump unplugged from the wall? We do have car adapters right now if you're using the S2 and the S9 that do not have that battery pack like the S1. We do have car adapters. Now the S2 and the S9 have different voltage. So the S2 has a 12 volts and the S9 has a 9 volts. If you have a battery pack that can adapt to that, it will work. I know some moms do need their S2 or their to be mobile. Now the S9 does have the rechargeable battery, so the only one really that you would need is the S2, and then that one can connect to the 12 volt. Thank you so much for that question. It's been a very popular question. I know moms, especially during the holidays that we just got over recently, moms were asking that question. I'm going on an airplane. I have the S2. What can I do? And they were posting their pictures on how easily it was for them to charge it up with a compatible battery pack. Now, we do recommend using the S2 cord when it is plugged in. And I'll get another question. Shan says, I wish Walmart would carry parts in stock. Might be coming soon, so keep your eye out for that. Might be coming soon, Walmart. We're coming for you. Definitely. Great question. Okay, so let's talk about those alternative feeding methods. So exciting. So you want to share. So we're spreading awareness on how we can feed our baby. So we have this beautiful baby, okay, with his nice wide open mouth. I hope you can see that. So we really want to show his mouth. So cup feeding. This little medicine cup, it's flexible. You can get these also on Amazon. They're very thin, BPA free, okay? And you can fill them up with breast milk. And you can YouTube videos, okay, cup feeding in newborns, and you can see amazing videos of real babies cup feeding, and it's a beautiful thing. You just put it right down here on their lower lip. Hope you can see that on Instagram. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can see the baby. And then all you want to do is just put it right at the baby's lip. You don't even need to lift the cup up. You put it right at the baby's lip, and the baby will use his tongue to lap it up just like a little kitten. It's the cutest thing to see, and it really works. Yay, I got all the thumbs up, thumbs up. So we just put the little medicine. It's flexible. Sometimes you'll find some that are a little bit harder. I find that the soft ones are easier because it kind of just bends at the baby's lip, and it gives the baby some more flexibility. So you want to put the little cup right down here, and then the baby's just going to lap it up just like that, just like a little kitten. Okay, so you want to do that. And that's easily how you can cup feed your baby, okay? The other option that you can do is with a spoon. So you want to do kind of the same thing with the spoon. You don't want to do it like this because it might spill everywhere, okay? But you want to make sure that baby's a little propped up, just a little propped up, okay? And you'll just bring the spoon right to the baby's lip. Just want to make sure that I'm getting in here, getting a little closer so you guys can see my little baby drinking from his spoon. And we just bring the spoon and we just gently lift it up, and we just gently, baby will lap it, or here we have a little bit of more control, and we'll just slowly give baby a little bit of the milk, and the milk will just draw out right from the sides of the mouth. Allow baby to swallow, fill it up in a little bowl, just like if you were giving baby soup. Okay, so you can give your baby breast milk just like this. And then the other way is using the syringe. And with the syringe, you'll fill it up. I like these big syringes because they're 10 mLs. So I know if I'm giving baby these 3 of these syringes, I'm giving baby 1 ounce of milk. So it's kind of easy to track. And they're nice and big, so I don't have to constantly be refilling them. And then you would just give baby, I'm going to lift him up here just so you can see. You're going to put it in the corner of baby's mouth, just like that. Lean him a little bit back. And you're just slowly press down. Allow baby to swallow, press down, allow baby to swallow, and that's how you'll syringe feed the baby, okay, and burping in between. So I encourage you, okay, instead of just running to the bottle, try an alternative feeding technique. Moms are kind of surprised. I taught a mom how to do the cup feeding, and she was just amazed. She did cup feeding for 3 days. It went well for her. Daddy cup fed, grandma cup fed. She taught everybody how to cup feed, and baby was cup feeding for 3 days while mom was healing her nipples, being treated, recovering from her C-section, and baby was being cup fed, and it went great. And the reason is because it's easier to transition baby. Babies are smart. So if we have the bottle just sitting at the back of their mouth, baby just has to swallow and barely has to work at all, okay? In the event that this is way too difficult and you absolutely need to feed your baby from a bottle because maybe it's just easier from you, you've already been feeding baby from a bottle, I encourage you to look up paced bottle feeding. And it's a way to simulate baby at the breast while you're bottle feeding, okay? So in a nutshell, it's just having baby suck on the bottle for 20-25 sucks, pulling the bottle away, putting the nip on the baby's nose, bringing the baby towards the bottle instead of the bottle towards the baby, right? Because that's what the baby does at the breast. Wait for baby to open wide, bring baby to the bottle. Is another technique that you can do. You can teach your caregivers that technique, and it also allows babies not to be overfed. So one of the things with bottle feeding is that babies are overfed because they have no control and they're just swallowing, okay? So looking for those cues, resting in between, burping baby in between. And it's easily done when we're using alternative feeding methods, like using the cup and the spoon and the syringe. And let me see, I have some more questions. Babies that Debbie is asking, how old does a baby have to be cup fed? A baby can be cup fed from birth, right out of the womb. When they're ready to eat, a baby can be cup fed. So I encourage you to YouTube videos on cup feeding. They're amazing and they're so adorable. You're really in watch. You'll really enjoy watching those. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do, because I get a little bit excited about alternative feeding methods. I just don't think that we share them enough, and they're options, and it helps to transition baby back to the breast. So share an alternative feeding method with a friend today. Share this video with a friend today so we can continue to spread breastfeeding awareness. And the very last tip that I have for you to help you maintain your milk supply while working on that latch is think twice about grabbing that nipple shield. Yes, think twice about it, okay? Now, we've all heard those stories, and I hear them all the time, how nipple shields have saved moms' relationships with breastfeeding. Okay, and that's amazing, and I hear them all the time, and that is great. Okay, but it's important to know that nipple shields, evidence-based information, nipple shields are linked, okay, to low milk supply, and they're also linked to insufficient weight gain for babies. Okay, so it's important that we draw a little bit of awareness over this topic. I feel sometimes at the hospital or even breastfeeding groups, we give nipple shields out as a quick solution, okay? And we're masking the issues that are going on there. We're asking the issues that are going on with mom's milk supply. We're masking the issues that are going on with baby. Why won't baby latch at the breast? And just putting a nipple shield can provide a temporary solution at times, but it should be monitored by an international board certified lactation consultant. Nipple shields are not intended to be used for long term. They're intended to be a temporary solution. Okay, so think twice before you're grabbing one. There's different sizes, so that's another thing. You should be fitted for your nipple shield. So I encourage you to work with a board certified lactation consultant if you are thinking about using a nipple shield. Okay, to find a local board certified lactation consultant that specializes and is certified on our Spectra Baby USA pumps, you can go right to our website, and we're going to post that link for you. You can go right to our website under Finds and IBCLC, enter in your zip code, and you'll be able to find a lactation consultant. Most likely will do home consults, has an office, works at a nearby hospital, and you can sit with a certified Spectra Baby USA consultant, and you can get on that pumping plan. You can have someone to talk to and offer evidence-based information. And you can have someone that knows our pumps, that has gone through our trainings and knows how to use our pumps, knows how to use the S1 and the S2 and the S9 because they've gone through training. So I encourage you to work directly with your local certified Spectra Baby USA specialist. I think we have a couple more questions and we're wrapping up. So those are our 5 tips on how to maintain your milk supply. So just to recap, right? Skin to skin, number 1 way, get on that pumping schedule. So set your alarm clocks, make sure you're not going more than 4 hours without pumping. Okay, make sure you're treating your nipples. What else is going on there? Do you need to talk to your doctor? Is there something else going on with your breast and your nipples? Okay, using alternative feeding methods, cup, spoon, and also syringe, which I showed for you today. And it's just such a beautiful way that you can keep baby drinking your super breast milk and transition them easily back into the breast. And the last tip is think twice about the nipple shield. And if you are using a nipple shield, work directly with a board certified lactation consultant. So, oh, thank you, Debbie. Debbie says, amazing. I love your live feeds. I always learn new things. Yay. That's why we're here, to bring you evidence-based information and to spread awareness on all these different techniques. We believe in breastfeeding. We believe in breast milk and the perfect composition, how it's just so perfect for our babies. Beth said, right after my son was born, we spoon and cup fed without issues. Yay! Congrats, Beth. That's so good. That's amazing. I love to hear those stories. See, it works. Let me just double check on Instagram. We're going to be wrapping it up. If you don't have any other questions, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Didn't miss any of your questions. Are the Spectra phalanges compatible for either the duckbills or the plastic with flap? I have the plastic with membrane flap and thinking of switching back to the duckbill. Yes, you will find that we have the two different duckbills. So we do have the plastic piece that has the white membrane on top, or the clear membrane. They're the blue valves. Those are available, and then we also have the silicone white valves. They're both part of the valves, and you will see both of them. Moms sometimes prefer the blue ones, or sometimes they prefer the duckbill valves. It's really up to you, but the system is compatible with both, and they work perfectly with both. It really just is a matter of preference, but we do have both of those duckbills available. Thank you so much for your question. CRISPR25, thank you. What a cute baby. He was cute. He is cute. I'll show you him again. So he's so cute. And we're going to be wrapping up the live video for today. I hope it gave you some encouragement. If you're working on the latch, you can absolutely get your baby back at the breast. Try some of the tips that I shared with you today. Share these tips with a breastfeeding mom today, a mom that's struggling, a mom that needs some encouragement. Share these videos with her. Okay, I will tell you that it gets easier. Stick through it. It gets easier. It's the very best way to feed your baby. Breast milk is the optimal form of nutrition. And I will tell you that once you get past all these pesky obstacles, and once you're over the soreness and the engorgement and all the things that are so typical early on, I will tell you that the view is amazing. And then you can really reap the benefits and the blessings of breastfeeding. Okay, so it's really just getting past that hump. It gets easier. I hope this is an encouragement to you today. Here at Spectra Baby USA, we believe in you. We do everything that we can to make sure that your pumps are the very best, the newest technology, that natural technology that we put out there makes us so different from our competitors, that closed system. And really what sets us apart is just the passion that we have for our moms, and the fact that we have board certified lactation consultants that have been where you're at. Breastfeeding moms, pumping moms, exclusive pumping moms, but we're here for you and we support you, mamas. Join one of our groups if you haven't. We have them on the thread, and I'm going to be wrapping up the Facebook Live for today. And one more thing that I wanted to share with you, our blog is live. So head on over to our blog, SpectraBabyUSA.com. Under support, click blog, and you'll see our live blog. And there you'll find a recap of all the tips that we went over today. So thank you so much for joining us. Please join us next week, Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we're going to come to you with another topic. We're going to come to you with more answers to all of your questions. Thank you so much for your support and for your love, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.